It was the summer of '72. A thick, hazy heat had settled over our small town just outside Detroit, Michigan. While most kids were packing up for family road trips or summer camp, my 4 best friends and I made a pact. We were staying home. See, our neighborhood had a shadow hanging over it, a ghost story that was all too real. We called him the neighborhood killer, and we, a bunch of over-imaginative, thrill-seeking teenagers, decided we were going to be the ones to unmask him. It all started with Mrs. Gable's prized rose bushes. They were her pride and joy, winning ribbons at the county fair year after year. One morning, they were just gone, snipped clean at the base with a single, pristine white rose left on her doorstep. A week later, it was Mr. Henderson's meticulously crafted birdhouses smashed to splinters. Again, a single white rose was left at the scene. It was bizarre, and the pranks just kept escalating. Lawnmowers would disappear and reappear on rooftops. Garden gnomes were rearranged in creepy little circles, and always that calling card, a single white rose. The adults were annoyed, calling it a string of vandalism by some delinquent, but we saw a pattern. We saw a menace. We were convinced it was one person, a phantom who moved through our quiet streets at night. So we formed our own little detective agency. We pooled our allowance money to buy walkie-talkies and binoculars. My garage became our headquarters, the walls plastered with a map of the neighborhood, red pins marking the crime scenes. Our prime suspect was Old Man Fitzwilliam. He lived at the end of the cul-de-sac in a house that looked like it was perpetually sighing. He rarely came out, and when he did, he just scowled at everyone. He was the perfect villain for our story. We'd take turns on stakeouts, hiding in the bushes across from his house, whispering into our walkie-talkies like we were in some spy movie. Eagle-eyed abace, no sign of the subject. Over. We'd follow him on his rare trips to the grocery store, noting his every move. He bought a lot of cat food, which was weird because we never saw a cat. The climax of our investigation was set for the night of the annual town fair. We figured the killer would use the cover of the fireworks to strike again. We split up, stationing ourselves at strategic points around the neighborhood, our hearts pounding with a mix of fear and exhilarating purpose. As the first firework screamed into the sky, my walkie-talkie crackled to life. It was Billy. "I see him, he's heading for the community garden." We all converged, hiding behind the tool shed. And there, in the flickering, colorful light of the explosions, was our phantom. It was Old Man Fitzwilliam. He was on his knees, not destroying but planting. He carefully placed a small, vibrant rose bush into the soil. Then he pulled another from a cart and another. As we watched, dumbfounded, we saw him gently tending to a dozen new plants. Suddenly, a porch light flicked on. It was Mrs. Gable. She walked out, not with a look of anger, but with a warm smile. She handed him a glass of lemonade. They started talking, and we crept closer to listen. We heard Mr. Fitzwilliam's quiet voice explaining how his late wife had adored gardening, and how tending to the neighborhood's plants at night made him feel close to her. The vandalism? The birdhouses had been rotten, and he was planning to replace them. The lawnmower on the roof? His teenage grandson's idea of a prank. And the white roses? They were his wife's favorite flower. He left them as a quiet apology for trespassing. We never felt so foolish. We had spent our entire summer chasing a monster that didn't exist. We'd turned a lonely old man's grief into a pulp fiction mystery. We quietly slipped back into the darkness. Our detective agency unofficially disbanded. That summer, we didn't find a neighborhood killer. We found a story about love, loss, and how easy it is to see a villain when you're only looking for one.